Well, to talk about the defense, though, and look, if you want to put it on the Bears, but I had no problem with their defense for the first 59 minutes or so.
Point.
I mean, really, like that. Even if you want to put it on Caleb and the Bears, they still held them to 9 points for the bulk of the game, 3 field goals. That is amazing in today's NFL. So, obviously they need to get Jordan back. Now Malik Willis is out. I mean, with the shoulder, we'll see if he plays. One of them plays in the next game against Baltimore. But I do really think if Jordan is healthy, Coach, look, they're not the favorite. With Mike and everything, I would have felt like my pick, they're the favorite in the NFC. Now they're certainly not the favorite. But when I look at that field, there's nobody I'm like they absolutely cannot beat if Jordan Love is healthy.
But he's going to miss a few games.
No, I know. Well, he might miss the rest of the regular season, hopefully.
Games. But no one's come, right? No one is.
So they seem to be pretty long, like a few weeks. It seems like there might be a few weeks. But as long as they get in and if he's ready for the playoffs, then I think they got, I say more than a puncher's chance. I mean, I just think the field is open in the NFC. And so the key for them is to be healthy.
Yeah, and we're looking at so they've lost 2 in a row, but the 2 teams they lost to were Denver and Chicago, which were #1 seeds or vying for the #1 seed in each of the division. What worries me about a game like this is when you do have that higher percentage of winning, you're 99%, and then you fumble the onside kick, and they come back and they score, and you lose in overtime. A loss like that can linger. It can really affect confidence. Because now you're wondering, okay, are we going to be able to rise up in the big moments or not? Now, Jordan Love not being there helps that to some degree because, it was with Malik.
We get him back, yeah.
But now we fast forward to a short week, so they play on Saturday. They have the Ravens. Well, hopefully the Ravens have some fight in them, but you would think they would have a ton of fight in them. And this could be now a 3-game losing streak. And I feel like throughout the course of the season, there's been high expectations for Green Bay, and they found ways to disappoint in different key moments. So I don't know going into the playoffs if this is the type of momentum you want to be riding into the playoffs with.
So I agree with you. I want to say one positive thing about the Packers first. I think Matt LaFleur deserves some of this credit, and obviously Malik Willis deserves some of this credit. But since Malik Willis got to Green Bay, whenever we've seen him play, it's been like, that's an excellent backup quarterback who maybe at some point gets a chance. And I actually think that has real value for the franchise long term, because if you are a quarterback that thinks, man, it didn't go right for my first stop, I want to rebuild my value, you'd want to go to Green Bay. Like, Green Bay should always have good backup quarterback situation. Exactly right. Like San Francisco, like I think the Rams have with McVay. Minnesota. Where it's like, this coach is going to help me rebuild my confidence and whatever. Because Malik Willis stepped in and I thought looked awesome.
He played well.
I thought he looked really well.
He did.
Here is where I'm at on the Packers. Because if they make the playoffs, we know they won't win. They're not going to win the division, and we know that they're not going to be the top wild card seed because that's going to be whoever doesn't win the NFC West. So we basically know if they make the playoffs who their round 1 opponent will be as the 6 or the 7. They will either be playing Philadelphia or the Chicago Bears for a 3rd time. I would give them a real shot in either of those matchups. I think that's where it is.
Favored against the Bears.
They'd be favored against the Bears.
I don't know. They were.
How could you not? They beat him the first game. They really could have beat him this last game.
I mean, the only reason I'm saying that, Coach, is this game because they were 1.5 dogs in this game.
Yeah,
so I don't think. Well, I mean,
it would be in Chicago.
But I'm telling you, but regardless, call it close to a pick'em. I'm pretty sure it'd be Bears by a point and a half. But they could win either one of those. They could beat Philly. They could beat Chicago. But I think that's their ceiling.
Okay. Well, we can't talk about the Bears being a great team and then having the Packers potentially beat the Bears. But, that's their ceiling. They can beat a great team. But, that's it. That's the only thing they can do. It's like, all right, I guess, sure, I'm excited to talk about this game from a Packers perspective. I really am, because this game was gut-wrenching for so many different reasons. And before I get into it, Green Bay Packers fans, please do not forget to watch the full length of this video, and please do not forget to subscribe. When you guys do that, views go through the roof. Subscribers go through the roof. And I can't emphasize this enough. It's not just about chasing views. It's not just about chasing subscribers. Obviously, I want all the views that I can get, all the subscribers that I can get, but it's about creating content that people genuinely want to watch, that they want to interact with, so I can keep making the best possible Green Bay Packers content that I can. The reality is Green Bay Packers fans show up all the time. They show up. You guys show up all the time, and it's amazing. You have one of the greatest, most consistent fan bases without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. And it means the world to me. It truly does. Like that's not just lip service, it means the absolute world to me. But I'm trying to create something so special, man. I really am. I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying to win my own Super Bowl here and try to get to 80, 90, 100,000 subscribers by the playoffs, because I want to live stream these games. I want to get after it. I want to create the biggest and best community that we can, because I think that's what makes it even more enjoyable and more entertaining for you guys. I really don't see it as just me. I see it as we. It really is a community to me, and the more views, the more subscribers that we can get, the more interesting and the better the conversations that we can have. And that's what it's really also about for me, is being able to have real sports conversations, so we can be firmly rooted in this sports talk world. We can truly be a part of it. That's that. And so please do consider subscribing and watching the full length of the video. Nick kind of stole what I was going to say, because I'm kind of like, you know what? You want to be the 7 seed. Go on your little losing streak or whatever, because then you get revenge against the Chicago Bears. Seemingly the Chicago Bears will be the 2 seed. Okay, they'll seemingly be the 2 seed. And, you know, I guess maybe the Eagles can pull it off, but the tiebreaker, all that, like, you know, most likely that's not the case. I'm telling you right now, you want to be the 7 seed. You are going to be so fired up for this revenge game. You are going to be so angry. I feel it in my bones, right? Now, you heard how Long say that was a dirty hit on Jordan Love. Those were 2 dirty hits on Jor Love. And I know Strand was like, no, it wasn't dirty. And I'm not even going to get in the conversation of, was it dirty, was it not? It seemingly wasn't talked about at all today or Saturday or Sunday at all. And I'm not going to get into the whole conversation. Was it dirty? Was it not? Are we being too soft, sarcastic, all that? I don't care about that. But I'm telling you right now that that Packers team is heated. I'm telling you right now, they are fired up, and they had that win. They had that win. I made a bunch of videos about the Bears. The Bears deserve all the credit. They deserve, I shouldn't say all the credit, but they deserve the credit for being able to win that game. Caleb Williams making huge plays. And that's why I said multiple things can be true, that in order to have a big comeback win, the other team needs to open up the door for you. And the Bears were able to walk through it. And so they do deserve a massive amount of credit. But the Packers lost that game, not just the onside kick, the face mask on 3rd and forever, right? The blown coverage for the touchdown to tie the game. What was the other thing that I wrote down too? Yeah, it was those 3 things: the face mask, the onside kick, and the blown coverage on the touchdown. Malik Wells played out of his mind. It almost brought tears to Smize. I'm an emotional person. You guys can see I bring the passion. I bring the energy. I am a sucker for all of these types of moments, the whole Hard Knocks and the boxing 247 type things with all the quotes and the music. Like, I'm a sucker for that. I live for that type of stuff. Sports inspires me, motivates me, gets me all emotional. Like, I live for this. And I'm watching Malik Willis ball. I mean, Jordan Love goes down, and I'm thinking to myself, this game's ruined. And I'm like, I was so pumped for this game. I could not wait for this game. I want Jordan Love taking on Caleb Williams, Bears, Packers. Let's go. I couldn't wait for it. Jordan Love's been playing awesome, and he gets knocked out. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm bummed. I was watching it in this chair, you know, on my computer. And I'm just like, I can't believe this. And Malik Willis starts playing. I'm like, whoa, I can't believe this. I mean, it was so, Malik Willis played out of his mind. He was outplaying Caleb Williams. And that was the story. That was going to be the story of this game. Malik Willis just outplayed Caleb Williams on the road to lead the Packers to victory, and it was ripped out. Even a spectacular throw to Reed in overtime like Matt LaFleur, it was a masterclass of not being too conservative and not being too aggressive. Not like, oh, we don't care, we got a backup quarterback, we're just letting it rip. It was so smart, so perfect, so balanced. And then you had a bunch of mistakes, and even mistakes in some play calling where it's like, just run the ball, hand the ball off, and then you fumble the snap on 4th down. When again, it should have just been a couple just straightforward handoffs. Just muscle your way through. Like if you can't do that, well then, if you can't man up in that moment, then, I don't know. And then you lose the game. Also, kick the field goal. Opening drive, 4th and 1. Then you make a low percentage throw. You're forcing Jordan Love to make a brutal thief, just kick the ball. Kick a field goal. You're on the road. You got momentum. Just go up. Go up 3-0. I know we don't like the number 3 for some reason. You would have won the game. The Bears made the same mistake. So like this was a collection of just bad plays, bad instances, but you had this game won. And I'm telling you right now, I could not be higher. The Seattle Seahawks, I've been praising them. Sam Darn, I've been praising them nonstop. Absolutely, positively nonstop. The Packers undeniably can beat the Bears. All these teams can beat each other in the playoffs. All of them. The Rams, the Eagles, the Bill, like all of them. Kind of like what Brew was saying, every team can beat every team right now, which is why I cannot wait for the playoffs. I cannot wait. The Packers absolutely, undeniably can beat the Bears. They could have beaten them twice here. And then if you win that game, you're the 7 seed. You're guaranteed to play the 1 seed, which seemingly will be Seattle. And that is now going to be that team's first playoff game ever. Ever. We saw how crazy it was just for them to beat the Rams. You're telling me that the Packers can't find a way to win a game like that? You're telling me that that defense can't help disrupt Sam Darnold and that offense? Of course it can. Again, I'm not banking on any direction. I'm really not. I have no problem playing the fence. Some people think it's a cop-out. That's why you get such extreme weird bias takes and I'm not saying that this is a biased take from Nick. I don't mean it that way. But where Nick is just and that's the ceiling, and it's why, based on what? Because you feel that you need to have this opinion, and plant the flag. No. Go check the tape. No one is more positive about the Seattle Seahawks than I am, and the Packers playing the Seahawks. I'm not going to be like, oh, Seahawks, you got this game. This is easy. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the NFC Championship game, baby. Let's go. I'm not going to make a single video like that. I'll be like, I don't know who's winning this game. This is crazy. Sam Darnold's first playoff game with Seattle. Clint Kubiak. I don't know what he's got in store. They don't have the established relationship with each other. I got no idea. None. Zero. And neither do you. So, yeah, there's a real path there, man. Absolutely. Undeniably. And that's why you want the Bears, not the Eagles, because you are going to be salivating out of your mouth. You are going to just be, the intensity is going to be through the absolute roof. It is going to be a revenge game like none other. This team is going to be so dialed in, so physical, so aggressive. I'm fired up thinking about it. We as football fans deserve this game. We are owed this game. You tried to shove Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift down our faces all day, every day for the last couple of years. We are owed this game, this Packers-Bears revenge game. Game 3 in the playoffs. Let's go. Jordan Love saying, yeah, just wait until I'm actually in this game. We are owed that. So, the NFL gods got to make it happen. They got to make it happen. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Green Bay Packers falling to the Chicago Bears? How do you feel about it? How do you feel about this game unfolding and the playoff trajectory, the season trajectory for the Green Bay Packers now moving forward? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.